Tonight on After Dark, Roger Cross and Jodelle Ferland, along with Julie Luby from France, join Zoe Palmer to discuss all the twists and major reveals. An entire independent colony is discovered dead. Six learns he has a wife and son. And Android is acting stranger than usual. Plus a sneak peek at a clip from next week's episode. Don't get spaced. After Dark kicks off right now.
Welcome to After Dark. I'm Zoe Palmer. And yes, do not adjust your monitors. I do, in fact, have dark hair now. So joining me tonight to talk all things dark matter are two very sweet Raza BFFs. We have the tiny tech genius 5, Jodelle Ferland, and of course, the big-hearted best friend 6, Roger Cross. And also with us, our very special international guest from France, TV series blogger, Julie Luby. Bonjour, Luby.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. I have to say now, this episode was pretty dark.
Yeah.
So first we thought 6 was dead, but he was actually alive. Then he was killed, but he wasn't really killed. Yeah. So I don't know what those writers are doing to us. What were your initial reactions?
Like, blah.
Yeah. I mean, but after blah, did you? Yeah. What?
Blah, it was like, this is cool. It's going to be a lot of fun.
A very cool script for you.
Very cool script. I got to play all these uncertainties and almost different relationships with you guys, and it was just great to go through it and find out more about his backstory. That, you know, he had a wife, he has a son, and...
Did you already imagine 6 family before this episode?
Ooh, no, not like that. I mean, I assumed he would have had a past. He would have had relationships, and I did, you know, I remember asking Joe, like, you know, even when we found out he was a cop and things like that, he goes, yeah, he must have some relationship, you know, in his past. And so this is what they came up with, and it was heart-wrenching at moments. And, you know, even with the baby and everything, it was just like,
So in this episode, you had to manipulate 6 a little bit. Did you do anything to kind of get into that headspace, especially with the dynamic that you two have? Like with everyone, you guys trust each other implicitly, right?
Yeah, it's definitely different. You can tell that, you know, something is kind of off. Well, with everybody, with the whole crew. But what I tried to do with 5 pretty much was make it still 5. You know, it's not a whole different person, but it's like if you're paying attention, it's like something is a little bit weird.
Would you consider this relationship the heart of the show?
I in some ways, I think so, yeah.
With all of the chaos going on, I mean, it's always life or death and war and all of that. And
trying to hold on to something that's beautiful in your life.
Constant.
Something that's, and that's, you know, that's it.
BFFs.
Oh, but...
We have an amazing 2-person sound team that is always putting up with my very loud hot chocolate slurping. And here's what they had to say about Dark Matter Sound.
I'm Rochelle O'Day, I'm the mixer.
And I'm Jason Goff, and I am the boom operator.
Together we're the sound team.
Indeed. Each actor gets one of these, plus myself over top of them, like so. Yes, I'm holding it up there the whole time. We want to make sure that the sounds that sound normal to all of us can be very distracting as recorded over a microphone because there's no filter to take it out.
Well, as you can see, I mean, the sets are made of plywood, but of course they look like they're metal and such. So often half of our job is just getting rid of sounds we don't want to record. So if footsteps sound like feet on wood, that's bad. So then we do everything we can with carpets or shoe foam to get rid of that sound, which they will then add in back later.
We love our Dark Matter crew. Thank you, guys. So 6 gains some memories in this episode. Like he starts to learn some pretty big deal things. He learns that he has a family.
Yeah.
You see them happy.
Happy, yeah.
Do you feel at all that that's something that allows him to go, okay,
yeah,
I can let go?
For him, it would be selfish to go and ruin what looks like this amazing relationship with all the people hunting them, things like that. He'd put them in danger. He would not want to bring his family into that situation.
Danger does seem to sort of follow us around.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
He's just such a good guy. He's a really good guy.
In this episode, is it hard to keep track with realities because you keep back and forth all the time?
It is very confusing, and that's why we have an entire crew helping us keep track, because we show up and do the scene that we're told to do, and it's not easy to keep track of everything. For you especially, I'm sure.
Yeah, and Brad, our script supervisor, does a great job, and he's very good about just kind of coming in and going, hey, by the way, no, that wasn't what happened. And you're like, Okay, fine. Okay, you do it.
And sometimes we're shooting like a scene from this episode and a scene from 2 episodes ago and a scene from an episode coming up. So occasionally you are actually filming 3 and 4 scenes from different episodes. And
in the same day.
Boy, you need your script supervisor because like just no idea sometimes. It's time to peek behind the curtain and see how the dark matter world comes to life. Here's Anthony to give us a little behind the scenes tour.
Behind the scenes with Anthony Lemke.
These are our sleeping quarters. This happens to be right now decorated as Five's sleeping quarters, as you can tell. Lots of tech gack kicking around here, all the things that Five knows how to use and nobody else really does. But this is also everybody else's sleeping quarters. You will notice that they are all arranged a little bit differently than this one, so come on through and I'll show you how that works. All right, so for all the regular characters, this is the way it's programmed. You can see there's 2s, 4s, 6s, 3s, 5s. They've designed where the actual furniture will go and how it looks different. So, for instance, in 6's case, the bed is in a different spot than it is in 3's case. And they even have designed which windows go in there. So 2's quarters with this wonderful sort of greenish moonscape looks quite different from, say, 6's, which is sort of more of fall colors. Looks like wandering through a forest. And they'll just switch them out and create a completely different set from the exact same set.
Okay, well, switching gears a little bit, what's your take on the fact that Five hasn't yet sort of received the credit for being as tech savvy as she actually is on the ship?
That is true. I mean, she does get praise sometimes.
Time to time, but I mean, considering what she brings to the table, it does seem to be perhaps a little taken for granted sometimes.
All of the times that we've been in life or death situations, we've all saved the day once.
Yes.
So I think
has everyone saved the day once? Yeah, everyone's showed up and
everyone's done their thing.
Five
slid
has,
in.
but so
unless you have a taser,
else.
and then I can't help you.
And you can't help.
No. As soon as if you've got a taser, I'm out of commission.
Yeah.
I want to see you one day someone come with you with a taser and you just go, ah, gotcha.
I know.
And just tease them with it.
Just one.
Season 5, last episode, not this time.
Yes.
This is an episode where the crew reminisce a lot about their past and that kind of thing. Do you think Five's searching for her sister? Do you think
I think she is,
yeah.
I think that as soon as she found out that she had a sister, she probably started to look for her. I
mean,
a
different take on that than 6's.
Yeah, I don't know that she's really thought about bringing danger to her sister, but
Well, think about it, Jodelle, think about it.
No, I don't think she's just more concerned with the fact that
been there longer,
she has
so
family.
He has these bigger picture thoughts.
Yes, okay, well.
Well, I think it's really very much in line with her way of dealing with the world in general, right? Is that, you know, if there was another connection out there, she would really want.
Five is all about connections
she
and
really
friendships.
Is. Yeah.
And I think, I mean, a sister is like the best friendship that you could possibly find, you know, and
you have a sister in real life?
What if she's horrible?
Well, maybe she's not.
What if she is?
We won't know until we find her.
Oh, okay,
but you have a sister in real life?
I do have a sister, yes.
Has that informed that sort of feeling at all with your character?
You know, I didn't really think about it that way.
Well,
but,
think about it, Jodelle. I'm here all day.
I'm just doing all the wrong things.
So the android gets a tiny bit creepy at the end of this episode. And by creepy, I mean she creeps from room to room to room, creeping, creepy creepster. So anyway, that's what I do when you're sleeping.
That was creepy.
Yeah, every single night. Yeah, just room to room and I stare at you. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, an interesting tidbit about you is that you're in roughly every horror movie ever made.
Yes.
And, you know, I guess what I'm wondering is there something particular about you that people find works well in horror? I don't know. I mean, I only know that... What was the very first one?
I think the first big, scary role that I had would have been Silent Hill. I did creepy things before that, but that was...
You mean just on your off time? I did creepy things.
I was a creepy child.
You've got something,
But then I
kid.
got paid for it, so that was good.
It's quite possible that Jodelle is the youngest actor on our show, but possibly has been acting for the longest on our show, because you started...
I've been doing it since I was a
How old were you?
toddler. I was 2
Were you a
years
toddler?
old.
2 years
Oh, God,
Yeah,
yeah, so she's definitely...
And
that's weird,
so
huh?
20 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember the first few
No,
years of
I don't
my
have a ton of memory from
experience,
2 either, but...
Yeah.
And now, a sneak peek of next week's Dark Matter episode.
You know why I'm here.
You think we're just gonna forget the fact that you betrayed us?
After the coup, I could have held you prisoner, forced you to give up the drive. Instead, I came to you and asked.
Yeah, and then stole it when I refused.
You gave me no choice.
What choice did you give those people who died on EOS-7?
Corporate puppets and mouthpieces, no one mourns them.
I want to thank you, Roger and Jodelle and Luby, for joining us. Thank you very much, guys. Head on over to your local sci-fi website for an insider's look behind the scenes of Dark Matter. Join us next week for more After Dark. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.